My name is Kelly Cahalan, and I am giving a speech on abortion. This is my lovely audience, and we'll kind of proceed from here. Basically, what I'm going to do with this speech is I'm going to provide evidence that abortion is a legal form of murder. Not everybody's going to believe this way, and my main goal here is just to try to educate you on knowing that it is wrong and it is a very good form of murder. I mean, really. Okay, so evidence shows that abortion is the legal form of murder just because, it's been in debate for centuries, but it depends on how you believe, of course. Some people do not believe that a zygote is alive. To me, as far as my beliefs go, once you guys have created the zygote, I believe it turns into a human, so in my eyes, you're alive. It represents the beginning of a human being, a zygote does. There's plenty of people that agree with that. Moore and Persaud wrote a book before we were born, and it's The Essentials of Embryology and Birth Defects. Great book, which tells you a little bit more on the life and not living creature inside of you. There are different types of abortion procedures, and the types that occur unnaturally can happen anywhere from 5 days up to the second trimester, or up to the third trimester of pregnancy. Now, of course, there's many of I don't know what you'd say, non-legal abortions going on outside of doctor's offices and all that stuff. So if that's going on, of course, you wouldn't know. They could probably do an abortion at any given time. I don't know. Some of the types of unnatural abortion procedures would be, they offer some drugs called mifepristone and misoprostol. Basically what it does is you take the drugs and it puts you into having an abortion. It puts you into miscarrying the baby. Not a very great procedure, but it can be used up until the 9th week, and contractions will just expel the fetus is basically how that works. There's the second type that I went over and researched quite well was the suction aspiration, where they actually go in, and you can do this up to the 12th week. They insert a suction device in the uterus, and they export the fetus as well. Neither one of these sound very appealing, and I wouldn't see why anyone would do that, but okay. Dilation and excavation is the third process, and basically it's used up until the 24th week, and it's still basically the same thing. They dilate the cervix, and then they vacuum and scrape the uterus, which sounds even more pleasant than the first two that I discussed. All in all, these procedures do not sound any type of good to me. I do understand that in some special circumstances you might need to have this done for some reason, but I do not ever in life think that it is a form of birth control and think that it should be used that way because, again, it's a legal form of murder. Just to prove the legal form of murder part, basically the definition of murder is taking someone's life, premeditatedly, basically. So if you are planning on having an abortion and killing a baby, that would be murder. Both require life to end, murder and abortion. You're killing something regardless. There's no justification or excuse. We basically put individuals in jail every day for murder, but yet we legally will kill a baby, up to the third trimester, which is definitely living at that point. There's no argument there. I've tried for many years to have a child, and even when the doctor said that I wouldn't be able to have one, I did. So I don't believe that, abortion, there's plenty of other options besides that. If you got pregnant and you decided you didn't want to keep the baby, there's plenty of people out there that are willing and would love to care for a child. As well as, the birth control thing disgusts me. There's always an option, I believe, and if you're blessed with the chance to have a baby, why not do something of value with it versus just throwing it in the toilet or wherever they do with abortion babies or whatever might happen. So, and I'm really a little disgusted at this point, I guess is the reason why I'm getting a little tongue-tied, because it's just gross to me, but I'm going to keep going. Murder is wrong, abortion is wrong, and basically that's my stance on everything.